Poseidon Plaza is now open to you, my mom. Allow me to draw back the curtain.
I can see your breath.
You think you're gonna finish me in here, you old fruit? And the saps you tossed in this meat locker, all panicked like rabbits. I just watched and waited. They started to kick. I started to scavenge. Made myself a little splicer cocktail I did. You can't come in from the cold. And you gotta grow ice over your heart. The Iceman cometh, Sander, baby. The Iceman fucking cometh.
Bitch, left me to freeze. Oh, I've got a pose all picked out for you. What did you say to me?
That was racing. Take a photo of him and place it in Quantic. I'm feeling full, like an expectant mama. Yes! Now put the picture in the frame. Let's see what we've got here.
Stay close, Mr. B. I can smell something nasty. Thank you, Mr. B.
little ones have never had anyone to look to, except to me, and I am not much to speak of. You give them hope. And for this, I am grateful. I'll send something to demonstrate that gratitude.
About poor Jasmine, but I am so glad you didn't. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan. I didn't know. I didn't know Fontaine had something to do with it. What are you doing? No, don't, please. I love you, don't, please, no. Dr. Tenenbaum promised me it wasn't going to be a real pregnancy. They just take the egg out once Mr. Ryan and I had... No, I needed the money so bad. But I know Mr. Ryan's going to suss it out. Gonna know I wasn't being careful. Gonna know I sold the... Mr. Ryan's going to be so mad at me.
Service around here. Who does he think he is?
He was a lout, but he was vigorous. Get the photo before it completely dries up. You flutter all around the fort, taking life as you go. You're not a moth. You're an angel. I've never painted an angel. Maybe I should.
Thank you, mister. Thank you.
The good people of Rapture didn't sign up to see us government types shutting down shops, killing their owners. With a punk like Fontaine. But he brung it upon himself. Instead of copping it on the chin, bugger gets it into his head that he's gonna go down guns blazing. Who does he think he is, John Bloody Wayne? We can get on top of this. We can. Here's what we do. We find Fontaine's will and make what was his go to where it was intended. And not into the pockets of us that put him in the ground.
you for helping me.
It's coming together, yes. But there will always be doubters. You don't doubt me. I could never stomach doubters. That's 3 of 4. What's that look? Judged by you? By anyone? Screw you! Screw all you fucking doubters! Here's what I say to all of you! Fly away, little moth! Fly! I'm sorry for that outburst. You'll have to forgive an old fool his artistic temperament. The birth is so close now. But labor pains can blur the judgment and drive the passions of even the finest spirits. You'll find your path to Orion is now clear, Colonel Sanders said. You may avail yourself upon one of my lesser works as a token of our time together. If you had become my one and true disciple, you might have been worthy of seeing inside the box of my most private news. Who knows if that man is yet even born. Now?
What happened to you? I've been trying to raise you for a dog's age. Never mind. Would you kindly leg it over to the sphere and get on down to Hephaestus? It's time to settle up with Ryan.
Go.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now would you kindly head to Ryan's office and Kill the son of a bitch. It's time to finish this.
I suppose. I'm just lonely. I'm lonely.
Cohen's lost his touch. Nothing to do with pleasant. He used to believe in work and struggle. And now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he's still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live. You can taste it, can't you? Andrew Ryan.
The city, he says. He'll break it up in due time, he says. I've resigned from the council and lodged me letter of protest, but that's just pissing in the wind. It'll be war, I say, unless somebody stops Ryan, and right fast. I spent the afternoon trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways to Easter. There's no way into that place. All I got from my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. What's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation?
Up and sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people left them, they got married, fucked their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gonna go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
Unlike all parasites who ever tried to walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
What is the difference between a man and a parasite? A man builds, a parasite asks, where's my share? A man creates, a parasite says, what will be?
Rapture is coming back to life. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to her lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes, we'll use your tombstone for payment.
Rapture is on the rise.
I wore it for you, Father. Get her back, you all! I will execute justice!
Jamie Citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
I've turned away from your life. I'm sorry, Bob. I'll do what you said. I'll do what you said. What's the problem now?
Do you guys have any idea there's a war on? If you don't follow proper maintenance of those big daddies, they burn through those R-34s like them Eve's apple berries go to penicillin. I've got Atlas's goons hitting us non-stop and 2 dead mechanics just this week. We need to control costs. If I wanted to deal with amateurs, I would have stayed on dry land.
Strikes me that Fontaine wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, these wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and stormed the proverbial barricades. The dead rot in the streets. Johnny and Jamie Citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble. Strikes me that Fontaine wasn't overly inconvenienced by his own demise. On New Year's Eve, these wretched splicers come streaming out of the poorhouses and stormed the proverbial barricades. The dead rot in the streets. Johnny and Jamie Citizen are lined up round the block for plasmids. Anything to help fend off the rabble.
Is there blood in the streets? Or have some chosen to destroy themselves with careless splicing? Undeniable. But I will make no proclamations. I will dictate no laws. The great chain moves slowly, but with wisdom. It is our impatience that invites in the parasite of big government. And once you've invited it in, it will never stop feeding on the body of the city.
seen such terrible things.
Thank you.
And done worse myself.
Thank you
For reminding me that the light of the world has not yet been snuffed out. I am sending a little one to help you on your way.
The basic casing is ready. I've got one charge of nitroglycerin in my office. That will serve as the catalyst. Now I need a 4R34 lead shield wire stud to pass the circuit. Then a half can of ionic gel. That's the pretty Betty of the mix. Should send the core into compensation mode, push power down the line and trigger the circuit breaker on Ryan's gate. Well, that's the theory. It'll either work like a charm or blow up half of Rapture. Nothing ventured. What a balmy dream. Some kind of fruit tree spinning like a top. And it was pouring juice down Ryan's throat, choking the bastard. But it wasn't a tree, really. When I looked closer, it was the core control. The gizmo that feeds the mag locks on Ryan's gate. You can't cut off the power. It comes right from the volcanic vents. Ryan always gets his juice. I suppose you could drown the son of a bitch in it. Tracked the problem that was blocking the tubes here, and you'll never believe where I ended up. The damn farmer's market, clear on the other end of Rapture. I fixed it right up and installed some new gaskets. What a mess. Anyway, the code is 0512 if you ever need to get back in there to do maintenance.
I'm on to you!
light shining down here in the murk.
Imagine the will it took to create a place like this. And what have you built? Nothing. You can only loot and break. You're not a man. You're just a termite at her side.
Let me tell you something about keyboards and all the university types. They're so smart, except when they eat. I put a couple of drinks in him last week, and before I could say boom, he's telling me he's got the code to his office keyed to the date of Australia Day. Now every weeks I slip in real gentle and nick a walk or two from the till. The Aussie never notices, and I ain't about to tell him. Seems like there's all kind of crazy stuff back there. Maybe one day I'll get more ambitious.
We don't care.
Thank you.
Ryan, take care of this crap himself.
Because Mr. Ryan has more important things to do than to enforce loyalty in the ranks. Say hello to Fontaine, you backstabbing son of a bitch.
Before the final rat has eaten the last scrap of you, Rapture will have returned. I will lead a parade. Who was that, they'll say, as they point to the sad shape hanging on my wall. Who was that?
I've begged Mr. Ryan to hand Fontaine's futuristics over to Atlas's boys as a peace offering. But the stupid sod won't listen to reason.
instead is just splicing his mob up, giving them more and tougher plasmids. There's an arms race on here in Rapture, but it's not about who can build the best guns and the biggest bombs. It's about who can become less of a man and more of a monster.
I didn't recognize the twist that come into the shop today. Stacked like Sally and dressed to the nines. She's played her cards pretty close to the vest, but you ain't gotta be no college job to see that she's into some bad china. She was asking about magnetic locks and some such. I played it coy, but she took wise. After she showed me round her backyard, I gave her directions to Keyboard's tool shop. Rapture's gone to hell, but sometimes the great chain still cuts you a break.
A man builds a city at the bottom of the sea. That's the marvel. Another man happens to be in the plane that crash lands on the same city in the middle of the ocean. Why, that sounds more like a miracle.
Me, an assassin. That's rich. I could have gone along, I suppose. Spliced up. Forgot. I believed in this place. I believed in Ryan. But when it got hard, Ryan didn't believe in Rapture. Didn't believe in the Great Chain. He believed in power. And now this place is busto. And my girl is... gone. Worse than gone. One of those... things. So am I an assassin? Well, only one way to find out.
water. Still, she's everything.
We tricked you, monster.
Does it look like it's a real bomb? It better. You got to put it on the core, past geothermal control. And we'll see if these needle noses knew what the hell they were talking about.
I'm sorry, Father. I'll do what you say.
Looks like the ocean's got an itch to retake this corner of Rapture. This happened right after the start of the war. Read about it in the papers. Head on in. I'll see what I can dig up to help. I'm no engineer, but if I read these plans right, you can channel that magma flow using the redirect valve. It'll boil off that water right quick, and you'll be able to reach the core. But Ryan's sure to take notice. Might want to set up a perimeter just to be certain.
Will these creatures kill you? Even I don't know. As you drag me closer to the abyss, you pull yourself right along with me. A quick death, I would say. That would be preferable to what you so far away from your family, from your friends, from everything you ever loved. But for some reason, you like it here. You feel something you can't quite put your finger on. Think about it for a second. And maybe the word nostalgia. What did Atlas offer you? A piece of my plundered city? Mark my words. Only reward. then, all that matters to me is me. And all that matters to you is you.